Hey, beautiful. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Now, I want to share with you something that I find interesting. Would you believe by any means that your forefathers actually ate these things? Aha. Or you are probably still a partaker of these. Do you eat these? Let me know in the comment section below. This, what you see here right now, is actually what do we call it? A worm. Yeah, it's like a worm. It's just some fat lipid. It's what some people would call maggot, but it's just a worm. And people eat these and actually they say is tasty, tasty, tasty. Now I remember seeing this some time ago. We traveled to the village very long time ago, and you know we went to the bush. There in the bush you see a lot of things. Now a certain man traveled down to the village just like I did many years ago, and he saw the people at this point, at this age in time, still eating these, still eating a lot of things. I once cited cockroaches being eaten in China, and I was like, oh my god, what? At this point, I didn't know that this is still done in lots of parts of Africa, Nigeria and so many places still eat these. And you know what? The parents, the elderly ones said, it's proteinous. What do you have to say? Leave me your comments, like,
For
subscribe,
5 days, and
and
as of the
share.
last video, I got
Let
to
me leave
interact
you
with the
to watch,
locals. I saw how they
and
lived, what
don't
they
forget to
ate.
leave me your comments.
Some
Give
things
us a
were
thumbs
okay. I
up.
was used
Let
to.
me
For
know
instance, they would
what you
catch fish and
think.
fry it and cook
This
it. It was
is
interesting to see the
beautiful. A
way they
lot
lived.
you
But then
don't know,
it took an
right?
interesting turn when
Okay.
it came to things that they ate. And for instance, they would eat this. Beetles. They caught beetles, and what you see is a larvae, and they would eat that raw, sometimes sort through this. And this was delicacies, and I couldn't wrap my head around how people ate beetles, for goodness sakes. And then it got worse when they caught these. Yes, look very carefully. Those are living, fat, squiggly, look like scrub from Lion King. The grubs that Simone and Pumbaa ate. They're alive. People eat these things. Fat, juicy, living worms. Some people eat it raw. This woman was telling me that you eat it that way. You bend it and the head, and you eat it raw, and it cures your fever. Some people eat this thing raw. Raw! It was the craziest thing, and I couldn't wrap my head around that people were going to eat this, and they said they were going to cook this and prepare it. So I decided, you know what, I have to document this experience from the time they catch it to when they cook it. What does it look like? How do they cook it? And that's what you're going to experience today. And believe me when I said I was freaked out in every possible way. Okay, it was something that I couldn't wrap my head around, and I brought it to you for your viewing pleasure. Please come with me on the journey of how these worms are, or whatever they are cooked and eaten. Now, just so you know, this was my reaction when they brought this to me. Okay?
It's very, 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 very nutritious.
Have you eaten this before?
Yes, very well.
Are you going to eat it?
It's lovely.
Yeah, if they do, you go eat it.
If you finish doing it, you eat it.
The taste is
The taste, you if you eat
Yummy.
it, you love it.
yummy. It's always yummy.
This is my fish right now.
Yeah,
If you eat it, you will love it.
you love the fish.
You see
Seriously.
this? You see this?
Guys, this village life is not for me. Yo, look at that thing. Look at that.
You love it.
Come. Look at that.
See the head.
Look how fat this thing is. So you guys are gonna actually
Eat this. Pepper, it'll put everything. You love it from village.
Yep, you heard them right. And so I had to watch them make this thing. There's this woman preparing them. She'd got a skewer and she was putting like 6 or 7 of these things on a stick. And then when she was done, she would transpire it into a pot. And that's how they were going to cook it. They were going to boil it. And then they were going to it's the craziest thing. I watched her I'm like, how do people eat this? Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. And then I asked her, I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna roast it? Like, yeah, they're gonna boil it first, and then they're gonna add pepper and onions, and they make 6 or 7 of them like that per stick, and then fry it. Yeah, it was a lot to watch, and they were still alive, mind you. She said that when they would die is when they started boiling them, but they were alive. And she's sticking things through these things. Just, I mean, poor things. It's just, Then I asked her what that was. I mean, she said, oh, she'd cleaned out that little thing in the pot. She cleaned out all the guts and poop and stuff, and she picked it up, and that's their poop and guts and crap that she said she cleaned from them. Yeah, so she had to clean them out first. And so it began, stage one, the prepping. Skewing the fat, juicy worms, preparing them to be cooked. And so they've been put in the pot, and she will do that till all the worms were skewered and ready to prepare. Stage two, the seasoning of the juicy worms after they've been skewered. So it's very important that you season them right. And what you see her doing right now is adding some pepper. She'd also cut up some tomatoes, and she cut up some nice onions as well. This is some fresh red pepper, dried pepper, and she also put in some oil. So she was going to pretty much fry these things right now. What you see are the worms with onions and red pepper and ready to be put on the fire. And stage three, the finished product. Nicely roasted, juicy worms, poor things, all roasted and crisp. And that's what you have. And just like that, people will pick it up and start to eat it like a kebab. But the only difference is they're worms. Yes. Guys, I kid you not. So let's hear the verdict from those who were brave enough to try it, who love this.
Oh, so sweet, oh God.
For the brave ones who...
Sir,
What are you eating?
it's called edible worm.
Edible worm.
Yummy. Tastes good.
Hey!
You love it, sir.
No,
Try
it's okay.
one.
No, it's all right. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Lovely.